Alright, folks, welcome to episode 76 of the Wee Podcast. Phil here with Clarky.
Hello.
76, I guess, man, isn't it?
Hello.
Today we're going to have a wee chat about talent and maybe a debate, apparently. There you go. Go under We Watch Trending in part 2. And to finish off, we're going to chat a wee bit about the It Chapter 2 trailer. Looks unbelievable.
It does look very good.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy this one, folks. Woo! There you go. You got
There's
it right
another
this
one of
time.
those at the end, so enjoy.
Doesn't know where to put it anymore. That's what she said.
Yeah, episode 76.
Woo! You've got many talents.
Whenever
I'm expecting that question, really.
well, I sort of was because see, whenever you
Alright then.
you said that you wanted to do this one, I started thinking, and I really don't.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Well, you got mathematical talent, surely.
that's not a fun one.
Did I say you got a fun talent?
Well,
you're not at like a
just
dinner party. What's your talent?
Well, I can add up really fast. Like, whoa.
Alright, Rain Man.
I honestly, I'm not being funny. I couldn't think of anything.
Well, I mean,
So
fair enough.
I did think about it earlier, and I could not think of anything whatsoever that I'm particularly good at.
Well, give us a definition, and maybe you can
Okay.
see what
That's
you can
fine.
maybe think on it more.
So, the definition of talent is natural aptitude or skills, like something you're naturally good at that you don't really have to try that hard.
And there's nothing you can think of.
Good at breathing.
Yeah, but you good at driving.
Yeah, but I had to learn that.
Yeah, but
It's not a talent, really.
it doesn't. Yeah, but anyone can learn to drive. Just to be a good driver.
You just don't try and crash into people.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, I can drive, but it's more skill.
What was the definition?
Let me put it away 1 second. Natural aptitude or skill. It's not a natural skill.
But it can be. The more you drive, though, it's a natural thing. You've learnt it, and then whenever you finish it, like, because I mean, it's the same thing. Like people say talent, like singing.
Yes, that's one.
That's a natural
yeah.
talent.
Yeah, like
but
I find it very hard to believe that I could ever be a good singer.
I agree.
You know, but you know what I mean. Like
You can barely talk about it, never mind. Like,
but you know what I mean. Like it's one of those things. I could never imagine myself being like, "Oh, look at me, I'm pure amazing at singing."
Yeah.
Like well, in fairness, you look at Lewis Capaldi and you're like, you look like you'd sing like me, and his voice is ridiculously good.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just judging a book by its cover, though.
It
Isn't
is,
That's
but it's also the
that's
way.
not saying
but it's
you
al-
can't sing.
But
like,
it's also the way he gets on because he's a bit funny. I don't know if you have him on anything.
yeah,
like
no,
that.
I do follow him. I think
Yeah.
he's like I don't think his music is ever going to get to me as it would many other people.
I couldn't. What's the song called? Somebody you loved.
Someone you loved.
Somebody you loved. Someone you loved.
Someone you loved.
Someone you loved. See, and he brought out a new one as well
Hold me
recently.
while you wait.
What?
Hold me while you wait.
Okay. I didn't know that either. But basically, I follow him and all stuff. I couldn't tell you this, but he obviously has a pretty natural talent for that singing.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's good, but I mean, there has to be something that you're good at, like, because not everyone's good at something.
Well, what are you good at? Drums. Gaming.
How's gaming a natural talent?
Because you're just good at it or you're not.
All right. Well,
I genuinely believe that. You're
you
just
can-
good at it or you're not. You can pick it up or you can't. Like,
you can learn it. Like,
I don't know. Because there's people that play Destiny still that don't know how to play Gambit.
true.
You either pick it up or you don't. Like, honestly, I think it's one of those things. You're either good at gaming or you're not.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. If you're like me, a distinctly average gamer, you can be pretty good if you play a lot.
Yeah.
But if you then stop playing, you drop
But then
way back again.
But I think the definition of that is like it's very, very tough to call yourself an amazing gamer if you're only good at one game.
Why?
Cause
But you're not only good at one game.
okay.
So my point stands.
All right. But I'm just saying, in general, I might only be good at 3 games.
Well, you're not.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you were only good at one game,
I'm good at Lego. I build Lego,
how you have an instruction manual for that?
but I'm good at it. I'm good at putting it together in that order.
To be fair, my dad's terrible at it, so yeah, it's not a natural talent.
That's
at
a
all.
good point. Actually, there are instructions that might not count.
No, but I mean, you can sort of, but if like, to me, whenever I look at Lego, I go, well, that's gonna go there for definite.
Yeah.
So technically, you're already building it in your head.
Master Builder.
Yeah.
No,
Masturbator, different one.
But like, yeah, like you think obviously. You picked up the drums quickly. You can play guitar.
Artistic talents, musical talents, writing talents, sporting talents. See, this is where it gets to me though. Like, I just think in every single one of those, people are just destined to be there because I just don't think like I understand people like whenever they were younger and all like bands and stuff like. I learned guitar at 4 years old. Well, he didn't.
Be interesting if anyone did.
Yeah, but it would have been people that was,
like, bro,
playing like Van Halen at like 8 years old or something stupid like, which is great, and they didn't go anywhere.
No,
it's always the guys that have been like, oh, you know, and that's what they do.
Self promotion gets you everywhere.
Yeah, and like I just like if I was amazing at drumming, I'd be out there, but I'm not.
But again, it's all about whether you want to promote yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
And push yourself and do all that sort of stuff. Like if
it's
like some people just are happy to be good at drums.
I am,
and that's it.
I am,
and that's fine.
Yeah.
Or like as you know, as we were just discussing, some people are just happy to be good at games. They don't stream, and that's it. Like I'm sure there's better players than the guys that make money.
100%. Yeah.
You know,
but they've got charisma.
Yeah, but
I lack many.
Well,
many charismatic.
But then you think of like gigs, he's got zero.
True,
charisma.
actually, true. Yeah.
You know, Glad's sort of starting to bore me a bit. Like,
yeah,
he's just being weird for the sake of being weird.
Yeah,
you know, like Broman is the first person I think of when I think of streamer because, as you say, he's a big personality. He's funny.
Like
you know,
naturally funny though.
He plays a lot.
Natural comedian as well. To be fair, I mean, not everyone's gonna be funny.
That's
like,
true.
It's funny whenever you say it because you can make your mates laugh, you can make your family laugh, but soon you go on stage, you're buggered.
But you see, that's the thing. I always think if you're going to be a comedian, right, and you decide, right, I'm going to try this, I'm going to go out on stage and I'm going to try and make people laugh, they're expecting for you to be funny.
Yeah.
So if you don't hit their expectation level, they're not going to laugh.
Yeah.
Whereas your friends, you can make a joke whenever you're sitting as a group and they're not expecting everyone to try and be a comedian, which is why you get the laugh.
Yeah. But it's also
why I
because
think
you've got the
comedy
backstory.
Hard.
You've also got the backstory depending on what sort of things you're talking about.
Well, true.
Unless you were to say to someone like I was in the crowd, like I was with mates the other day, and then you give them that story, and then you have the punchline. It's very different, but at least with your mates, you can just go straight to the punchline. They're like, ah,
yeah,
you know what I mean. It saves a lot of time.
Also, you might have generous laughers as friends.
True. We don't know.
No,
we don't.
Not really.
Not at all. It's very, and Gareth is very vocal about whenever we're.
It's not funny.
Yeah, it's just stupid. What are you on about? All right then, okay. But I mean, in terms of like sportsmen, like it's tough because they all like it's just weird to see so many people naturally, well, not all naturally gifted at football because that's why you got a league, isn't there?
Well, football obviously is an example of they train every day, but like there are those with natural talent. And that, like for example, Messi's the first example I think of is that he just makes it look so easy. Like he always has. He's like in his 30s and he's been. Well, you looked at his stats for me the other day. Like he's like 300 goals ahead of the next highest Barcelona. You know, he's ridiculous. Whereas Ronaldo, I think he's obviously got talent, but like he's had to work harder.
Yeah.
It looks. I don't know that for sure, but it looks as if he has to work harder, whereas Messi just does it.
Yeah,
but then
I can understand what you mean.
But then again, like, you know, you don't see all the hours and he hits free kicks and all the hours that he... I don't even know if he even needs to practice dribbling, honestly. Like, is he not just the best ever? Like,
you know, it depends what sort of suite you have, really.
Well,
no,
but like...
I do know, I understand what you mean, but I think, like, it's weird because, for me, talent isn't... It's a weird thing for me. Like talent, you can't. Obviously, I don't think you can teach talent. Obviously, it doesn't make any sense. You can't teach talent, but you can teach people to play guitar. You can teach people to play football.
Doesn't mean they're going to be very good at it, though.
Where if you're naturally gifted at doing these things, like you know, if you like you said, if you can pick up a controller and you can play a game to the best of your ability, and you're absolutely amazing at it, that's great.
Like you have a natural talent for gaming. For example, if I was to come in with, I don't know, any type of shooter, and I handed you the controller. Came back in 15 minutes.
Chuck out the window.
You would have picked it up.
Yeah.
Whereas if you hand me a guitar, leave, and come back in 15 minutes, I'm probably still going to be sitting with the guitar trying to figure out what is going on.
But I do think playing guitar would take a lot longer than playing games.
Well, okay, then say, you know, it doesn't even have to be a shooter. I'd give you any game, and I'm almost certain I could come back after
It's still
a
gaming.
short period of time. Exactly. Whereas if you were to give me, I don't know.
Well, if you put it this way, you would have to do the same thing. If we were both to come in,
You would pick it up and be better at it than I would, considerably faster.
but if we were in the same room and someone came in and was like, right here, do these math questions, I'd be like,
But it depends what it is, because I might not remember it anymore.
well, then just normal
So-
multiplication or something.
Well, everyone can.
I'm not dumbing it down for you, Clark. You hear this?
Multiplication's
This isn't what
easy.
talent's meant to
Everyone-
be.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that like
Oh, I understand what you mean.
like
It's
Rachel, for example, because she has a degree in maths, if she was to come in and sit down with us, she's worked at that,
Yeah,
right? She
yeah.
would wipe the floor with us.
oh, 100%.
Like she's not very good at mental maths,
Yeah.
but like the stuff that she did
Just works
wasn't.
it
It
out.
was mostly like ended up being like Greek letters and stuff
Yeah.
by the time she was done.
Yeah.
But it's funny like if you say to her like, what's 34 add 26? Like she'll go. Like in her head, no, I swear to God, she'll go 20 plus 30, like out loud.
Yeah.
It's 50. 6 and 4 is 10. 60. Whereas like anybody that can do maths quickly in their head, what 26 plus 34? You just go 60 like instantly. It's funny because like I say, she is far better
Yeah.
at maths than I will ever be. So I don't know. It's a hard question.
And see, it's the same thing with any job though as well. Like I think, like there are like in any job you're naturally gifted at cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do. I mean, people can just go, you know, that makes sense. Like you know, you can see these ingredients. Go, that's gonna. I can make blah blah blah.
You know
Like,
what's funny though? It's like chemistry.
yeah.
Because you're just like, I'm gonna put this in and this, and then we're gonna have cake.
Yeah. Okay. It's spaghetti bolognese cake, but it's still cake all the same. No, I can understand that, but I mean, I think through talent, there's a certain, like with cooking, you would have to learn obviously different things. Through music theory, you would have to learn to get to somewhere like.
Do you think aptitude comes first?
Yeah.
So like you have a natural draw, for example, towards cooking. Maybe you're good at the chopping. That's me holding a knife and doing the rolling motion that you're supposed to
It
do.
looks like you're stabbing something, but
Might be.
Yeah.
Carrots. So you know, or equally
being a recorder of carrot, that'd be cool.
you could or, you know, as you say, maybe whenever you first lifted drumsticks, the
chicken ones.
literal like instrumental hitter things. Whenever you lift those, I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Whenever you lift those for the first time,
Technical term.
you probably were able to sort of have a rough.
Oh, you know, like I've always had a good rhythm,
So
like even as a kid and stuff. I remember mum and dad. Like, any kid dances, but I danced.
you were strumming away.
I was. Yeah, I finally said.
Rhythm.
But I was rhythm as a dancer. But I mean, like I said, learning drums through Rock Band. It's really given 4 pads or whatever. It's 3 pads and 2 cymbals. Maybe that was
Yeah, I think
guitar,
that's
I
right.
can't remember.
No, I think that's right.
But it's very different. Like playing that with real drums. Like if you as long as you get rhythm and you know where your feet's gonna go and your hands, like you're okay. But I mean, people that play, what are you doing?
I'm trying to think. Was it 3-2 in the bass?
I think 3-2 in the bass was the Guitar Hero.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And
of.
then the
Yeah.
Rock Band was the 4.
Right, I never played Rock Band.
Rock Band was brilliant. I preferred Rock Band because whenever you hit the little note things, they exploded.
Oh, cool.
I thought it was so satisfying to play. And then so whenever you doing the rolls and all, like you felt class. And then whenever it was funny transition between that and then playing the song over drums because there was no satisfaction there because there was
no exploding
there
note.
was no exploding notes. But I mean, it was eventually it got more satisfying because you were able to play along with the song and not have to worry about where you're you're just drumming away. It doesn't matter. You're not thinking about it, not strumming away, drumming away. So you don't really have to worry about it. But I mean, I think you have to have a need or a want to do something before. Like, I never wanted the drum.
Drumming wanted you.
But you know what I mean. Like whenever I play Guitar Hero, I was like, oh, I want to play guitar.
Yeah.
But it was
It's not a drum hero.
Yeah, but I mean, well, there was a band hero. Don't forget.
Yeah,
That's shocking. That. But like I was like, whenever you're playing the guitar, you're like, I can play 5 notes, no bother. And then picking up guitar, you're like, I can't play guitar. And then drumming came along. I was like, this is easier. I can do this.
I can.
And then that was just what happened. Like, but I never wanted the drum. I've always wanted to be musically talented at something. I just didn't think drumming was going to be my thing, but it was. It ended up to be. But gaming beforehand, that was what came beforehand. So but I don't know. You just need to want to do something to be good at it.
I do want to game. I'm just not very good at it.
But
it's
then,
just the way
but
it
then
is.
that's the opposite end of the spectrum where you want to do something, but you're just not. Like, I want to become a singer. I don't really, but if I wanted to, I don't think I could. And even with, the creme de la creme of vocal academies, there's no way I'm gonna get to the point where I'm singing like Adele.
I wonder if you have a peak. Like, is there a point where you're just like, no, you just won't be better than this?
Yeah, well, I reckon there is 100%.
Or like, is there something that like for example, whenever the argument of why are doctors paid less than footballers? Well, I could teach a doctor to play football to an extent, but I could almost certainly teach every footballer how to be a doctor, given time.
I don't think
I genuinely do. I genuinely
think you're giving some footballers a lot more credit.
I'm not saying every footballer. I'm saying, like, for example, Hugo Lloris, Tottenham goalkeeper. He was actually doing medicine before he became a footballer.
Yeah, but that's because he wanted to do that, and then he was like, I want to do football.
I actually could earn considerably more playing football.
Yeah.
But like, the whole point is that the best doctor, or any doctor really, let's be honest, any doctor, like, I could be a doctor.
You could.
I could more. Like, I had the grades to go to and do all that stuff, but I didn't do it. But I could, if I wanted, go back to the uni, give my A levels, and become a doctor if I had the money. But I don't.
Yeah.
So,
but would you be a good doctor though? That's the thing.
I'd be alright.
Don't think you would.
Why?
Because you're not very good at with people.
Oh, I'm fine with people.
You're not.
That's what I do every day. I speak to people.
You're
well,
not
every day. I
You're
suppose,
not
but
good with people. Not face to face.
you never know.
You telling someone
You
news.
never know.
Yeah, you're actually dying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You have to keep it. You can't be
You're
happy about it.
actually
Like,
dying. Well, yeah, but you can do something.
well, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. All right.
But there's a way you have to
So
do
anyway,
it.
what sort of prescription would you want?
But you're trained.
What?
You don't ask them that.
No, but I mean, like,
What do you want for this thing? Are you not supposed to tell me?
No,
No, apparently not.
I'm saying, like, so what would you want to do then? Do you want?
It's not up to them.
No, but well, of course up to them. Well, do you want to go for chemo? No. We have options. No.
Well, who's asking?
You.
So why are they answering like me?
Because they've just been told the news that they're dying.
Yes,
They're
but that's
go,
the whole point.
yeah,
There's
let's go and do
aftercare.
chemo.
So there's obviously aftercare, like, that you get taught how to do all this.
We'll talk
like,
about aftercare later on, mate. You don't even want to hear
So,
the next about aftercare.
you,
Shocking.
like, for example, like, I know that whenever people, I know friends of ours, are in the police, and for example, they literally are taught in training how to tell people,
Yeah,
and it has to be very much. You can't leave them in any doubt.
Yeah.
You know, for example, you can't be like, they're gone. Oh, where'd they go? Yeah. Oh shit. Well,
yeah.
This is gonna get more awkward because what I meant was they've been hit by a bus and they're dead.
Yeah.
You know, like, it has to be
specific.
You have to say, like, so I would imagine in the medical field that it would be very similar, that you just have to say it is as it is, like, you know.
I would think with your personality, I don't think you can keep a straight face for some things. Honestly,
I would be fine with that.
I don't think you would. I think
I
there's some things we're talking about, and I just come off with something. You have a smirk on your face. You're like, I can't be saying this here.
If it was real, and someone was sitting in front of you right now, and you had to tell them, unfortunately, they have to lose a foot, like, it's not going to be like, I'm going to call you libelous. Like, you're not going to do that.
But you're still thinking it.
Like, we're thinking now.
Yeah, but not many doctors think that.
How do you know?
Because I know plenty of doctors.
How many?
At least one.
At least one.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 guys that are my year that are, well, 2 guys, I don't know about any girls actually, but I'm almost certain there are.
Sexist.
That went on. I just wouldn't know. I just know because I've got them on Facebook. They've both went on to become doctors, or in the process of becoming a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a long time.
Yeah.
But basically, they were just people. It's just the way they're doing it, and they, as I say, they will get taught. So
Weird.
I stand by that. Like, you could teach a footballer how to be a doctor quicker than you could teach a doctor how to be a very good footballer.
Yes, but you didn't say to be a good doctor.
Being a good doctor, you're just a doctor. If you're a bad doctor, you're going to get fired.
Exactly. Whereas if you're a bad footballer, you're going to get fired.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's easier for me to teach someone to be a doctor than it is
No,
to be a footballer. Yes, it is.
but that's different. You're saying
Yes,
a
it is.
doctor, not a good doctor, but just a doctor.
Yeah.
But then you're saying that I can't teach them to be a good footballer.
They would not get in any league teams.
Well, then that's the difference, isn't it? Because it's the good footballer and the good doctor, or either a footballer
Little
or a
odds.
doctor.
Little odds. No, because that's the extent I'm a footballer now. I'm not.
But then it's the same thing as saying you're a doctor as well.
Professional footballer, professional doctor. They're exactly the same thing.
You can't be just a... What's a non-professional doctor?
I don't know.
You
Student.
not.
A student.
I'm not a professional doctor.
So that's what I'm saying. To be a
Okay.
professional in your field, you have to be good enough, and you cannot like. I, as I say, could be taught to be a doctor before I could be taught to be a footballer. Even with the best coaches in the world.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but I don't think like football like it's not a talent to be a doctor.
I know.
Because no one goes, well, I suppose you can.
You're a very talented doctor.
Very talented doctor. But then you can be like, you're very...
All doctors have no talent.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's a very, like, it's not
It's
like...
all luck.
To be fair...
Oh, I got it? I got it right?
Some doctors are mental. They go, spatula. No, what is that? Because the fish slice, get his liver out here, and we'll go put it on for a pate. But no, I mean...
I'm the worst doctor.
Scalpel, spatula, done. I don't mean it in that sense. I just it's a hard thing to explain because I like.
Well, I compare them because you can't be bad at either to be professional.
Yeah.
You can't. In this country.
There's pretty
In this country.
pretty
Like,
bad footballers out there, like.
yeah, but like they're not professional, and
They
if they
clearly are
are, and
professional.
if they are professional, like for example, I think professional probably go down to about League Two, but like people in this country try to go over, and they come straight back because they're just not good enough. But over here,
Yeah.
they're amazing,
Yeah.
which shows the level.
No, I agree, but I mean, there's people that just make it because they're good at it, which is annoying.
But again, I think that's natural talent. Like you have to be a talented footballer. Like that's what I'm saying. If you were to lift someone off the street, and this obviously football's not the only example. Like for example, boxing is another one. Like it's natural talent. You're tend to be pretty good. Like you could teach someone how to fight,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean you're gonna be any good at boxing.
Yeah. Well, it's a very different sport, though, isn't it? Fighting and boxing. You know, you need.
Well,
that.
even at that, you could teach someone how to box, but that doesn't mean they're gonna be a world champion.
No, definitely. I mean, there's
Not only there's only like so many belts within a division, but you know what I mean. Like
I mean, there's plenty of people out there in the sport that don't have those sort of things. Like people have went up to the top level of teams in football and rugby, and they just went, "This isn't for me. I'm crap at this. See you later." And some people still stick at football. They just get transferred to worse off teams,
yeah.
which is a real shame. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't compete at the top level, then you're gonna get put in the bin. But it's the same thing. Like I think fighting, well, it's true. You
In
mean,
the bit.
you
It's
are,
enough
yeah.
for you.
yeah. I think like with fighting though, I think it's very different because it's dangerous. Like you can kill someone.
Oh, it's mad if you think about it. Like
Yeah, like
you just punch the head off someone.
yeah, exactly.
for
Like,
like
look
half
at
an
man
hour.
Nick Blackwell. Remember he was fighting Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah,
And he
he
got
nearly
the-
died.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole
Brain swelling.
massive hematoma on his head. Like,
Yeah,
but-
that wasn't good.
bit bad. Like, but I mean, I just think it's crazy that you could. Yeah, you're a professional now, and what that comes with death. All right then.
I suppose this. I mean, although I did see a thing the other day. Like Anthony Joshua a while ago had said that he wants to be the first billionaire
Boxer?
boxer. First of all, he should probably fight if he wants to be a billionaire boxer. But like, basically,
Nah,
in the top 10 athletes,
He's going to America first.
he earned 49 million last year. Right, he wasn't anywhere near the top. I think more.
Is that in payout for boxing or is that in total?
It's sportsman under 30 in UK. It was 49 million. He just made last year in total. Roy McIlroy made 138.
sponsors
million
and
or
stuff.
something
as well.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
And then most of the top 10 were.
He's sponsored by Lucas now, isn't he, Joshua?
Yes.
Not much that's worth.
His links and
He needs-
his
he
Under
needs to fight in
Armour.
America.
He's fighting during June.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He needs to fight like constantly in America now to build the name. over there.
I mean he's.
He can't keep bringing back come back to Wembley and be like, I'm class in England. Yeah, I know we are, mate, but
He's fighting. What do you call him? What's his name? Ortiz? No, it's not Ortiz. I can't remember the guy's name now. Big fat fella.
I know who you're on about.
Mexican guy, but basically he's fighting him in Madison Square Garden, and then I think he
Well,
signed
no, that's not.
another one. But like again, like the big one's Wilder, but like for Wilder, see for him, like
He's not German.
no, see for him, like, he was one of those people that, like, he could have went one way or the other. Like, he could have went for bricklayer's job or went after his talent of beating the head off people.
Like, I can understand he wants to be the first billionaire boxer, but
He need to fight. He doesn't fight enough.
But he doesn't need to fight. That's the thing. He just needs to invest his money to become a billionaire.
No, well, I mean, like, if he does what obviously Mayweather did, which is get a big name, big win streak,
Open strip clubs and you're fine.
just go big, go home,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But like, it's one of those that I think they're.
You'll never become the first billionaire boxer.
What do you mean? Oh no, heavyweight. I think it might be. I don't think because obviously Mayweather's surely a
so
billion.
it's an impossible feat.
I think, or maybe it's a make $1 billion through boxing alone. I don't know, but whatever it was,
I think that's impossible.
yeah,
as
it's
well.
not. There's no chance. Like, there's just
Unless he wins his next 10 fights.
I had 100 million quid a pop.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I honestly I can't see it. Like, but
Unless he fights Fury and Wilder for 500 each, then you're.
I've seen what do you calling out Fury?
Who?
White.
Dylan White.
Yeah. He's been saying basically, well, why don't we fight, and then whoever wins our fight fights.
Well, after Schwartz.
Yeah. I'm sure Fury fought.
He's got another fight booked in September. 8th
Fury?
September. Fury.
Where do you know?
No, don't know yet.
I say it was 02. It wouldn't surprise me if it
But
was.
it is booked. Like.
But like, I can imagine because I think he seems to be thinking he's going to put Schwartz away, but which he sure he will. But I could see that there's chat of them two fighting, and the winner of those two fighting Wilder as mandatory.
I see. I don't know. Like where does Joshua come into this then?
I think he just fights the winner of the three of them basically, and yeah, I think that's where he comes in.
But even in talent in boxing, like it's the same thing with it's the same thing with everything though. You can't like obviously with boxing you have to matchmake and stuff, but when it comes to like football, Premier League or whatever, everything's done for you, so you just have to do your best with it and all. Like, but I think it's different being an individual. Like it's impossible to unless you've got a good promoter, you're sort of buggered, really.
That's the thing.
The
It's,
like.
I suppose that's the thing. Like, do the people around you nurture your talent? Do the people around
it's the same
you
thing with
push you
bands,
forward? You
same
know,
thing with everything. Like, and,
do the people that surround you support you? Your friends, family, whatever.
but then again, like with talent and stuff nowadays, like talent back in the 80s and the 70s and all before then, it's all changed now. Like,
I reckon a lot of that's down to social media though. Like, for example, you see a singer that you probably never would have seen
otherwise,
singing from Canada. It's actually unbelievable, and then next thing you go to a local gig and they're a good singer, but you're like, but that other person was far better.
yeah.
And next thing you're comparing them to somebody that you probably never would have seen, and you actually would have went down and be like, oh, they're cracking. Like,
see, it's what I've always wanted to know is like people back in the day, like that were born in the 50s and whatever, would they class? Because people obviously think singing, like if you're a good singer, you're a good singer, but whenever it comes down to the people who like the likes of like Frank Sinatra and even even the modern Michael Bublé
or whatever,
would people say like the likes of Ed Sheeran can sing
you
like
can.
that?
No, I can. Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean? Like, it's just talent. In my opinion, it's opinion based.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can't deny anyone like that has talent.
Yeah.
It's just whether you appreciate that talent or not. So
Yeah.
like, it doesn't take away from the fact they have it.
Yeah.
Like, pardon me. Like you, for example, I know this isn't the case, but you could be like, well, Conor McGregor's crap. Well, he's not though. But in your opinion, he is. But he's not.
Yeah.
Or certain bands, you could be like, well, they're crap. Well, they're not because they are talented, but you just don't like it. It's different. Like, an opinion's different.
See, this is the thing though, right? With black metal and with death metal, like, where does the talent lie?
Instrument playing.
Marketing.
But like being able to actually
It's
play
not-
the instruments.
But it's not playing instruments, it's going... It's
Well,
slapping them.
It's working.
I could make a death metal album tomorrow
So-
and it would be terrible, but it would be the exact same caliber as every other death metal album out there.
Well, that's the thing.
Sorry, not
like,
death metal. What would be doom metal, slam metal, awful slam
But
poetry. What is
some-
that all about?
Well, some people do really like that, but again,
It's just crazy.
like because for example, say you don't like somebody's drawn, doesn't mean it's not good.
No, I understand that, but I
So-
think like if I was to put on an album right now and I'd be like, do you think these boys are talented? I can guarantee you'd be like, well, that's not.
Well, I don't think so, but they might be.
No. Yeah, they might be, but they're just not showcasing it, which is why I want that's the thing that always gets to me. Like, this talent is just everyone can be talented nowadays because people go, you're really good at that, and I think
Again, that's an opinion.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's tough to differentiate between talent. Like you said, I'm good at gaming. I don't think I'm talented at it.
But you have
That's
to.
just your opinion.
But
There you go.
but
But,
the
here's your butt. This is what I'm saying.
no. But
No,
my,
put it away. Put your butt away.
But like the thing is that yeah, I know what you're saying is that I can say that, but it's not only me that will say that.
But it doesn't matter if it's only you that say that. It's only the only opinion that matters is my own.
But you don't decide if you're talented. You
Yes, I
just
do.
are or you're not.
Yes.
You don't just get to be like, I'm talented, by the way. Oh, what do you do? Oh, don't worry about it.
But there you go. You said the
I
same
am.
thing. You were like, I'm not talented at anything. I just tell you about maths. Yeah, but it's not really talent.
It's not.
So there you go. It's the
But
same-
you don't
but
learn
that's
to
your
be
opinion.
talented at maths in school. You just learn how to do it.
Yeah,
But like again,
but you could be naturally gifted at writing.
well, I'm not.
I know you're not, but you could. No, but I'm saying in school, like it's the same thing. Like you still have PE. You can be naturally gifted at running.
Well, I used to, but I'm not anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't matter. Like it just if you pursue something, you're just gonna get better.
But
at
that's
it,
not
and
being
then-
naturally gifted. That's just practicing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's different.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm naturally gifted at playing drums or playing games.
But again, I could leave
That's
you
your
in here. But I could leave you in. You know it's true. I could leave you in here with a game and come back very shortly after, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing."
That's just understanding logic.
But it's not.
It is. Plus
No.
the instructions are on the
Because
screen.
Rachel is very logical, and I tell you now, she would not figure it out.
But it would say on the screen.
But no, say I've taken you past there's no tutorial.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is where it comes down to opinion, though. I think, like, talented people, and I do appreciate people's talents, I just think that it's opinion based because I don't think I'm naturally gifted at certain things, but you would say otherwise. And so would other people. And I would say the same thing about you. I would say the same thing about other people as well. I'm like, oh, no, you're class at that. That's a gift. And then they're like, it's not. And then it'd just be a constant thing. Whereas talent, it's really tough to define talent. Like, well, it's clearly not because there's a
I
definition.
did it earlier.
But it's tough to logically define talent because I don't think anyone has that sort of belief that like it's just naturally. It doesn't work like that. Like I don't think I'm naturally gifted at gaming. I just pick it up because I played it when I was a kid.
But even that's to say,
That's
a game
practice.
that you've
That's
never.
years of practice.
But it's
mate.
not. It's a game that you've never touched. It's completely different. Like
But I think all games have a.
if I handed you a
They've all
touchscreen
been derived or
iPad,
something.
if I handed you a touchscreen iPad,
Oh no, I'm terrible.
so no, but the thing is, you could pick it up and you would be able to go, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Doesn't mean I'm good at it.
What do you mean?
But I'm terrible on iPads and phones.
Well, I think pretty much everyone's bad at touchscreen games, but you know what I mean.
Oh, so here you
As
go
an
then.
example, like I can hand it to you and you'll be able to figure it out very quickly.
Yeah.
And then
I
again,
could give you a math problem. You'd be like, "Yep, that's fine."
I don't know if you could.
You probably could.
I think you overestimate that.
I
I'm good
probably am now because you're denying it so much.
at- Yeah, no,
But I mean-
you're overestimating this hugely.
Yeah.
But like, it's
Well, I
just
mean,
an example. It's just an example.
yeah.
That I would be very confident that I could come in here with a game that you've never played on a console. Like you probably rarely touch the PlayStation. So let's say I put the PlayStation in front of you and say, right, you've never played. I don't know. I know it's a stupid example because it's an easy game to pick up. But say I was to give you God of War and say, right, no instructions, no tutorial. Once I come back, you're gonna fight a boss here. And I walked away and I say, right, you have 10 minutes. And then I come back.
And in my opinion, I think if I had not played any games prior to that experience, then it'd be very different.
What do you mean?
Well, if I hadn't,
But you had an aptitude to picking up gaming anyway.
but if I didn't,
But you do. That's what I'm saying.
but that's what I'm saying. Like if I'm saying,
Like
if
I'm not saying like I could give you running shoes and say, right, go out ultramarathon man, go on. Like you know.
Yeah, but it's like if you're telling me a natural talent is something you could just pick up there and then. If I had not played any games prior to this experience, I would not be able to tell you what to do. That is just the fact behind that. That's
But
where I think
given-
naturally gifted is different from
But a
practicing
talent
it.
isn't like something that you could like, I don't know, pick up a Rubik's cube and be like, oh, I'm finished. Like that's
Yes, it
not.
is.
No, it's not.
That is a talent.
That's not. That's lucky. Like if you
What is
a
the
talent, like
difference,
a
though?
talent is something like yeah, okay, you're gonna be like you can pick up Rubik's Cube and go, okay, well I can sort of see where this is going, and then over time, a talent you get better at it. Like Ed Sheeran was not always an amazing singer.
Yeah.
There's videos of him in London busking. You're like, oh god.
Shocking. But like talent, like whenever people could pick out every kick drum in a song,
Okay.
like that could be a
I don't even know
talent.
what that means.
Well, like any kick, but
All right, yeah.
you know they could do that there. Any lick, but that's what I'm saying. Like there's small talents like that there, because you could just not even think about it.
But surely that's just pattern recognition, or
What's
you know,
that
recognised
pattern? I mean, because there might not even be a pattern for kick drums. It could be. No, that would be the end of it. But that's true though. Like it could be just a normal thing.
It's 40 times.
But I mean, people can count like how many snare hits are in a song, or how many kicks of a football someone had.
Is that not talent though?
That is a talent.
Yeah.
That requires no practice.
But that's like musical talent or sporting talent.
Yeah, but it requires no practice. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? But
I'm right.
if you
I know
don't
I'm right.
listen, no, if you listen to one song, go, oh, okay, yeah, there's 40 beats in that. That's not proof of a talent.
No, I didn't say about beats. I'm talking about snare hits in it, because it could be like 400 snare hits in one song.
Yeah, but like,
But
it's
they're
like,
counted like 1, 2, 3.
but doing that one time doesn't. Oh my god, you talent! Oh my god, I'm gonna get you a Britain's Got Talent right
And then
now.
play the next song. Britain's Got Talent. So I can count all the snare hits in one song.
You'd be surprised the amount of stuff goes on.
Yeah, probably, to be fair, but I don't think like I just think gaming and what was it with drumming? I think they were practiced before. I was never naturally talented at them.
Yeah, but we were talking about talent, not natural talent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were.
Really?
I didn't.
Specify?
Yeah, I didn't say.
Well, I just have to disagree. Agree to disagree, but
Fine.
I think there's probably something in there that you know you're talented. You're just like, because it's the same way like I am. Like it's like you would say I'm naturally talented at that stuff, and it's just not. It's just that. That's just what it is. I just.
But you're not saying it's not true.
I did. I said I'm not.
You are though.
That's a matter.
What's your gamer score?
That's just because I played a lot of games.
What's your gamer score?
I don't know.
Massive.
It's like 150 odd thousand.
Yeah, it's like
but that's
10
because I played a lot-
times my gamer score.
Because I played a lot of games.
So have I.
No, you haven't.
I have. I just haven't finished any.
Exactly. There you go.
So
That's the difference between I have time talent apparently.
well, either way, I didn't do the same thing, and
But you're not an achievement hunter. That's the thing.
nor are you really anymore. Would
Well,
you
not
be?
anymore, like, but I mean, well, I mean,
Otherwise, you wouldn't play Destiny all the time. You'd be away playing other games.
yeah, it's true. Like, that is true. I don't know. We'll just have to agree to disagree here, unfortunately. Thanks for-
Everyone knows I'm right. so.
No, they're definitely going for me, like 100%. I would love to actually get someone on like, define talent in your opinion, and then I'd be like, all right, well, so what is? And then it'll be like, I win, and that'll be the end of it.
Okay.
End of discussion. What'll be on? 36 minutes. We'll end it there because we're not going to get anywhere. Talent, talent is.
Done.
What
That's talent. It's done. Everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome,
yeah.
folks. End of part 1. Catch you part 2. Alright, folks, welcome back to Wild Israel part 2. So there you go. This is what's trending. Well, we actually haven't done a what's trending in a while, sure we haven't.
No, because one of the last two actually went.
That's 2 because hasn't really been an awful lot happening because well there has been, but we just don't care much about it.
And what sport of? What is going on? What happened at the start of this?
We just never disagreed before, and
So-
now we're just so confused. What's the end of this podcast?
So basically a lot of
Welcome
I
to
think
the
a lot of it I think a lot of what we spoke about really has been trending anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Endgame and Game of Thrones and
Every time
Spider-Man.
we've been recording, there's been an awful lot of football happening as well. So it sort of
That's true.
it just plagues the entirety of the trending page, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah, now we can skip past all that because City won the league. It's over.
I know, finally,
Finally,
yeah.
you know, we can take stock and try again next year, just like everyone else. And let's find out what actually is interesting because no one's surprised by that about City.
All right, okay, just because they're great. Yeah, this was kind of sad this week, unfortunately. But
That's sad.
indeed, Jeremy Kyle has been cancelled indefinitely because of
Does that mean he's like
unemployed.
just done, like are they done with him or like it's not
I
his?
think what's going to happen. Well, so what will
Yeah, go through what happened because like basically it's not really his fault
No, it's not him. Well,
as a presenter.
obviously we don't know what happened on the episode
Yes, we
Because
have.
he is a
There's
very
no clip.
forceful person.
There's no clip. Yeah.
and he can be like,
Bit of a-
obviously
bit
he's
of a
paid.
tool.
Yeah, he is a dick. I hate him. Okay, I don't hate him. That's just me outbursts. I don't even know the guy, so I can't hate him. But he is a very bad person, in my opinion. I've never met him before, but you know that's you know what I mean. He's just one of those guys. He's got a face you want to punch. But I mean, every time I've seen like snippets of it, I've never watched the show. I've only seen snippets on like Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
I should probably watch a bit of the show just to actually see if he's like that all the time.
No. There's sometimes he's really, really nice. It's only the times you see, or the times that are worth like where he's like shut up in like people's face.
Okay.
But like other times it's like it comes out really well and he like wishes them the best. And
well, that's good for a dick. But yeah, so obviously we don't know what happened in the show. At the minute, it just says that Steve Diamond, who was the guy a fellow that died days after failing a lie detector test on the show. So the show was being recorded on May 1st, which is a long enough time ago. Like,
what day is this? This is the
13th today.
As of recording, it's the 13th, so 12 days ago. Yeah.
And he was convinced. Steve Diamond was convinced that he
hadn't cheated on
her, yeah, but I mean, I've seen an awful lot of clips where people have said they haven't, and they're 100% like, I know I haven't, and they come out wrong.
You see, it's a polygraph test they do.
So it's not 100% accurate?
It can't be, because you can, like, there's people that, for example, there's a clip I've seen now, I don't remember if I watched this or whether it was on Facebook or something, but basically, the guy had been bragging to his mates that he was going to pass it, he was going to dupe the test.
Oh, right.
And whenever he did the test, all the results were inconclusive.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which Jeremy Kyle then says, look, he's tried to dupe us.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to get an answer.
Right. Okay, well, this doesn't say anything like that there. He just, basically, he failed the lie detector test. And obviously, after that, himself, knowing he was like 100% I didn't cheat on her, was obviously gutted to hear.
And this is the point where Jeremy will go, you know, ever since you've been with such and such, Jane, have you had sexual contact with any other person, blah blah blah. You said no. Guess what, Jane? He was lying. And everyone goes, ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. And then everyone goes like, ooh. And then he goes down and he's like, have you had any... and then, sorry, he would define that as like kissing or heavy petting. Have you had any actual sexual intercourse with any other
people?
Except for...
I just think of someone like really stroking a dog really hard.
You're not too hard.
You're a good boy.
And then,
I was like, yeah.
Like, yes, I am. And again, he'd be like, you said no. And guess what, Jane? He was lying. And then the third point, he'd be like 3 for 3, and then he'd hand her the thing, and then she'd look at them and see lie.
So at that point, he would probably feel devastated and sad.
Because obviously at that point, if he genuinely hasn't done it, he'd be sitting there going, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
And then they usually go, "Well, I haven't done it," and then that's where Jeremy would usually be like, "Well, hold on a minute. This says you did, so."
But then how can they? I don't think it's fair giving them a polygraph test when they're never 100% accurate.
Yeah,
that's not great. Well, anyway, he didn't feel. I would assume he didn't feel great at the time. Obviously not. He thought he'd pass it, no problem, but you know, it came back saying that he didn't. But basically, he said that he felt like he said to his neighbour that he was going to kill himself. He didn't say he was happy. He was like happy with the result and stuff. And people are saying now that apparently you get before and after care with the show. So
before,
yeah, you get before care, which is like you're basically run through what's going to happen, and you're going to be told this is what. So if it's bad, you're going to get help or whatever, and then if it's good, you're.
Used to be Graham. Remember, big Graham used to come in.
Graham, that was the.
You're gonna go with Graham in the aftercare too.
This is the big problem now. They were saying that the aftercare there was basically zilch. There was nothing of it, and it said that Michael, who was the friend of Steve, the guy that died, said that the show failed to give Steve proper aftercare. But ITV insiders insisted the series has a very robust duty of care process, despite Steve's death being the second.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So
I wonder how much do you leave that at the foot
of the aftercare. See, I don't know, but I mean, you never know what's going to go through these people's minds, like, which is a real shame. Like, it's just
Like, something's went wrong because they wouldn't have cancelled it.
Yeah.
Or removed it indefinitely, whatever they used.
Like, they've literally removed it from everything. It's no longer aired on ITV2, and it's no longer aired on the catch-up thing anymore. So it's completely been taken off air for any, like, you can't see it at all anymore. So I assume they've moved somewhere here. Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be.
And this is the worst outcome. Yeah. Like, it's not like, I don't know, somebody's went to the paper or something. Like, someone's died. Like,
well, this guy this guy Michael. He's the friend, and he says that it's just been shocking the way he's been treated, and he hasn't been treated to the standard of what they would have expected from ITV, which is a shame. And I think if you're to go, I've always said these things, like, if you're okay to go on national TV and say your problems, you should be okay with the repercussions.
But if you're certain,
it doesn't matter
that you're gonna pass it. Why would you expect to feel it?
Exactly, but it doesn't matter.
So,
I don't see if you're happy. Like, it'd be the same thing. I would be happy enough to go and take a test now and be like, this is fine. And if I failed it, I would, because I know for a fact I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But if I failed it, I would feel like, what's going on here?
Well, it's obviously happened with this fella.
I wouldn't do it on national TV just in case that was going to happen, because you're going to be naturally hated by anyone who's watching.
But you see, you never know what's going through this fella's head. He could be that desperate. Like, by the sounds of it, you know, they were broken up or something from what you'd read, and
split.
Basically that maybe this was his, like, last roll of the dice. You know, you don't know. Like, this, obviously, I'm completely making stuff up here.
Oh, no,
like, you never know. Like,
from,
his like, maybe this was his, like, this is my last shot, and this is
to save it.
Yeah,
which is understandable, but I still think, in my opinion, I think anyone who sort of says, let's go on the Jeremy Kyle and get this out here, I just never see the point in these shows, personally, because
I wouldn't use one personally.
People have
if you need to go on it, there's something wrong with it.
I agree. If you can't solve it at home, you can't solve it at all, in my opinion.
Do you remember the footballer Jermaine Pennant?
Yeah.
He went on it?
Yeah, he was on that other show recently as well, Your Face or Mine, I think it was.
Was he?
With his wife, I think.
That's who he was on the Jeremy Kyle show with.
The model.
Prove he didn't cheat or something.
I just think it's mad, like.
I can't remember what happened. Don't know what the outcome was.
I doubt he did, like, but I mean, he is a bit of a sleazebag, isn't he, Jermaine Pennant?
He's left a Porsche once at a train station and forgot it was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So sums up the guy he is then, really.
Yeah, he's quite rich.
But I don't know. I mean, it is obviously a very sad thing that's happened, and it shouldn't really happen through a show like this. I think aftercare on a show like this is detrimental to the success of it. I think you need to have aftercare.
It's key, yeah.
You can't just leave the person and be like, well, you cheated. But I mean, no one knows if he did or not. Like, that's the problem. And no one's ever going to know.
It's just awful because someone's died. I mean,
exactly.
Realistically, you know, there's probably, I don't know, 100 people that do the same thing every year on the show, and they're fine.
Afterwards, yeah.
You know, it could just have been...
Well, he could
either way, it doesn't really matter if it was a feeling on the show's part or if it was just him.
I don't think it is, but I mean, it obviously doesn't look well because they've cancelled everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it is
It's probably the right thing to do is to, like, say, right, we need to take stock here.
Maybe.
Yeah, we need to take stock here and try and figure out what we can do better. And for every person, 1.2 million people that watch that every single day, you know, I can imagine that will come back.
Yeah, 100%. They would need the money for it. Like, I mean, it's the ad revenue alone on that would be ridiculous. But
is it still bingo? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't watch.
It used to be some bingo thing.
I don't watch that stuff. I just the same as, like, even, like, what do you call him from America? Jerry Springer. Even those sort of things. Like, I've just never had any.
Let's put on some of that. Not real.
I believe in still. It's still just, I just don't see the point in going on live TV and showing your problems. Like, if you can't solve it at home, you can't solve it at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But
I was on the set of Dr. Phil not long ago.
Well, whenever it was live.
No, like,
just whenever
it was just like on the stage and stuff.
See, I don't know. Dr. Phil's weird because
his wife goes to every show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Obviously, their relationship must be amazing. Cause
Yeah, they apparently walk to set like holding hands, and it's all very
love.
yeah.
Well, that's good to see. But I think Dr. Phil's different. I don't think is he like Jeremy Kyle?
Yeah, he brings people on stage in chairs and like has chats with them, and
Really?
yeah. Don't know if he gets on like that. Like
I've no idea. Again, it's another thing I've only seen snippets of on like Facebook and Twitter and stuff. But
yeah.
the only one I really remember was that one, the Catch Me Outside girl that was on Dr. Phil.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh.
she was on Dr. Phil or something. And Dr.
How
Phil.
about that? She's a millionaire now.
Yeah. I
Off the
know.
back of that.
But do you think she's talented?
No idea. Don't know what she does.
She sings,
Does she?
raps. Sorry.
Oh,
She raps.
I can imagine that.
Hmm.
No idea what she does.
Personally, if she's writing the lyrics, she's not talented. But she's also rapping, and she's not talented at that either. If someone says to me rap, I'd be like, okay, you've got lyrics, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Give me a beat.
I couldn't.
You're just reading words.
I couldn't do that.
You're reading words to a beat. You
Couldn't do
you can do it. Well, auto tune your voice so there's a bit of
Honestly, I'm not being funny. I just don't think I could get the
words out.
yeah. Cause some of it's real fast. So.
Well, that's what you go. I mean, it couldn't be Rap God, obviously, but that's impossible. But yeah. So it's just kind of sad that this has sort of happened. I mean, it shouldn't happen, but hopefully they get everything resolved and they understand what.
What was his name again?
Steve Diamond.
Steve Diamond.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like he's.
Just want to make sure we got a proper full mention of him.
Yeah.
Starting at the end.
It's a shame, like, but hopefully they get it sorted and it's not as bad as.
It's as bad as it gets.
It's as bad as it gets now. Like,
yeah, hopefully his family and friends and all that there, sort of circle, can get answers and heal, I suppose.
Yeah.
In whatever way they can.
Yeah, hopefully. Just kind of sucks, but we'll end that part there on a sad note, and we'll open part 3 with a happy note. So we'll see you then. Welcome back to part 3, or should I say chapter 2? Yeah, so terrible.
It's alright.
It part 2 or chapter 2, whatever it's called. Bit mental.
Yeah, we just had a quick rewatch of the trailer.
Yeah.
And it's a bit creepy, isn't it?
Oh, it's so good.
It is a bit creepy.
It was one of the films I was so excited for when it came out. I was like, yes! We went to see it in the cinema. I was like, and then Laura was like, oh my god, help me, teeth! It was
Scary Biscuits. It is a good film.
Oh,
the actual book itself, from what I understand, I haven't read it, but that it actually has both parts, like simultaneously.
what,
Like young, old,
yeah,
on the way through.
yeah.
Or something like that. So like the way they've done the films, I think it's been really clever. Like do all the young guys like parts, and then it looks as if it's sort of a bit of both, like from the trailer.
Yeah, it'll probably be like some flashbacks and stuff. What happened after they all did the hand clasp thing, and be like, "We'll come back here, and if he's not dead, we'll kill him again."
Well, guess you got to do it again.
Yeah.
Like, how many years do you remember from the first
27.
film? 27 years.
It's every 27 years meant to come round, but I think
So they like 40s.
yeah, should be 40 odd.
Okay.
But I mean, technically it's only been when was it, 89 in the first film?
I'm not sure.
It was 89, I think. So is it 2019 or what is it then? Because that's not 27 years.
Was it 89 the first one?
89. It was set in 89. Yeah.
That'll bring us to 2016 then, wouldn't it?
I think it was June of 89.
Let's see. So
I think anyway.
it's expected the 6th of September.
This year.
This year, yeah. Pretty big cast. We've got Jessica Chastain, obviously Bill Skarsgård's back, James McAvoy, and let me see who else we got. Bill Hader's in there, yeah.
Oh, yes. I think honestly, Rainn Wilson would have done a better job as him.
Yeah.
Rainn Wilson would have been fantastic. I'm not saying Bill Hader's bad. I just love Rainn Wilson. I think Bill Hader will do a great job. Personally.
Did you know that Bill Skarsgård can actually move his eyes in 2 different directions?
Yeah, sure, he's done it for the film.
That is weird.
Oh. Yeah, he does the whole.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Sure, he does it whenever it comes to this. That's not CGI. That's just all his eyes. He's a weird looking fella, to be fair. God love him.
That's mad.
Perfect for Pennywise though. So I think his Pennywise is fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
There you go. So there was a little fact I was saying to Phil earlier, about the members of the Losers Club, like who they wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
So Finn Wolfhard wanted Bill Hader,
Mm-hmm.
got him. Sophia Lillis, who played Beverly, wanted Jessica Chastain. Chosen Jacobs wanted Chadwick Boseman, didn't get him. Jack Dillon said Jake Gyllenhaal, didn't get him. Wyatt Olaf, who played Stanley, wanted Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but it looks as if they got, what do you call him instead? Oh my God, James McAvoy for him.
No,
So-
that's not Stanley.
Was that Ben?
No, Ben's the wee fat kid.
He wanted Chris Pratt.
Oh, that would have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Bill wanted Christian Bale.
Bill was that's James McAvoy.
Yeah, so like, two of them got the who they wanted, and the rest.
Christian Bale. I don't think Christian Bale would have been a good fit for that one.
Jessica Chastain's perfect.
Perfect. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. I think Chris Pratt would have been absolutely brilliant for Ben.
Yeah,
I think he'd have been fantastic.
It would have been.
Well,
funny.
actually, no, because Chris Pratt's too funny.
But you
and
can
Ben-
also do the serious stuff, like you've seen him in Guardians, like
Yeah, but he was. I suppose he did really well with the whole love thing with
an
Gamora.
Infinity War as well. Like whenever Gamora's like,
Yeah.
obviously, he does say like the odd joke, but like that's part of who Chris Pratt is. But
But Ben wasn't a jokey fella. That's the thing. He was all romantic and into poetry and stuff. So
true. Either way, I reckon if it's as good
if
as
what?
the first one,
If it
2 is as good as it, the first one.
it's
I reckon we could be in for a good one, like I
Okay,
do,
man.
because Skarsgård's amazing.
yeah. I see the problem with me is now like I don't think that it can do any wrong because people like oh no, it's just going to be crap. It's going to be it's going to be the same thing as any other like horror film out there, but it wasn't.
It looks creepy. Like even the way the old woman is like
Stares.
smiling at her for ages, and
But I've always said like old women in horror films, they're always like I prefer kids. No, okay, let's just go. Oh my god. Oh no. No. Whenever. No. That's on record. No,
Yeah,
I
fair.
prefer kids. Barney. Anyway, so old women in horror films are creepy as anything. But see, whenever kids are in horror films and their laughter, I prefer that because it's not as scary to me.
as an old woman,
As an old woman, yeah. And there was a film I watched and I can't remember what it's called, but
not to incriminate yourself. Sorry,
No.
well.
there's an old woman in it. There's an old couple in it, right? And basically, these two kids are going to visit their grandparents, and they get there, and they've never met their grandparents before
Okay, well,
because their mum and their parents fell out for a long time, and they just rekindled their relationship, and it's all happy and blah blah blah. So they get there, and they see their granny and their granddad. Mum's not there. She stays at home, but they get like a plane. It's a weird story, but they get there and they spend like a couple of days or a week or something with them, and it's not scary, but it's creepy, and so
yeah,
she like runs about the room, like the hall, naked.
Granny,
Yeah, she's like mental. She
Ugh.
runs
like
about
in
the
that
hall,
film, and like in that
in the trailer. Yeah, but I don't think you see anything though, thankfully. But so they're naked, and then she runs about naked, and then sometimes runs about like with a night dress on, and it's back and forth, and the kid's like, "What is she doing?" And then she stops, and there's like a silhouette, and then she runs towards the kid, and the kid's like, "Oh no!" and shutting the door, and locking the door and stuff. And then the granddad's like constantly forgetting something, and he's like going into the shed for like hours, and then comes out like like, and then they go and play hide and seek under the house. Like it's not in the basement, but it's
in the
under,
crawl space. I
yeah.
know what you mean. Yeah,
And the granny
it's there.
just like starts saying hello, and then she comes out and she's like crawling after the kids. Mate, you should see it. I'll try and
What
find
was it?
I can't remember what it's called, but basically,
Sounds sort of familiar.
I think you and Rachel would really enjoy it. Honestly, like Laura and I really enjoyed it. It was really creepy, but there's a bit in it that just give me goosebumps whenever it happened, and I don't want to tell you, but
No,
I do want to tell you, but I don't because it was. I
Yeah.
was just like, whenever I seen it before, I showed Lauren it, and we watched it together, and I was like, wait for it, like this is gonna be class. And then we watched it, and she's like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
But this bit gave me goosebumps whenever I was watching it by myself at like 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, oh no.
Don't like
Just
it.
imagine if
Yeah.
that happened to anyone in real life, like he'd be absolutely cacking it, like. But it was like that, like that film, old people in a film, mental, don't like it. Whereas kids like riding bikes and stuff, going, yeah, that's fine.
In the original, the little kid in the yellow raincoat, he died, right?
He was taken.
He got his arm cut off and died or something. What happened to him?
I don't know if in the original his arm got cut off, but I know he just got taken.
I thought he stuck his arm in and he ripped his arm off.
Honestly, couldn't really tell you.
Like, and I'm sure he did. He bites it off because
In
he was
the,
like,
in the film.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, in the film.
He dies though. That
I
kid
thought you meant in
dies,
the
right?
original, like actual, like
What's the
original.
kid called? Is he called Billy? Georgie, and like he dies, right?
Yeah, Georgie.
He dies.
Yeah, he gets his arm bit off and then he dies. He gets taken in, and
And
then
he's like floating.
the woman's like, who's seen him before, looks over and she just sees like a blood patch and stuff,
Yeah,
or
that's
the
right.
rain thing. But I seen a couple of theories where people were like, is this all a dream? Because whenever he's running after the boat, there's those two wooden signs that are saying like it's like for roadworks or something. He dives under one, and the
Hits
second
his
one he
head,
hits his
yeah.
head and he falls to the ground. Everyone's like, well, if it's a dream, he's just knocked out and he's just thinking about this.
What, the whole time?
Yeah.
But so they're adults now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that was one of the theories for the film. If they were never going to release a second one,
Oh.
I think it'd be crazy at the end of number 2. He wakes up and he's
Ugh.
like, "Oh, my boat." I'm like, "Are you joking me?" But
Hey, Georgie. No. Runs away.
I think it'd be cool. Like, but yeah, no, it won.
That's why he's like reach in and take it.
Yeah, he's just like, "Take it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, then."
Oh, it's
Puts
just.
his wee hand in and it just goes. Then his eyes go from blue to like orange. Whenever he's angry, he's like he changes.
Possibly,
his eye
I
colour
think I know what you mean.
changes.
And his
Yeah.
mouth all opens up into the big.
Yeah, but then whenever he was like talking to Beverly under that whole ground, it looked like a vagina with teeth. No, honestly, it did. Just like that film, Teeth.
I never watched that.
Scary film.
I know what it's about. But I never
Awful,
watched
terrible. Don't ever
it.
watch
No.
it. Yeah,
No.
it doesn't make being with a woman any better. Honestly, first one was just couldn't do any wrong for me at all. It was just unbelievable. Like every single bit, I was like, and in the cinema, I'm gonna 100% see this one again in the cinema. Like it's just you could not. Like honestly, it was just give you goosebumps watching it again there.
Yeah, I do
We
want to
watched
see
it
it.
in bed there like the other day, and we're just like, oh yes.
So good.
Yeah, I think Bill Skarsgård does it very well, and even in the first one, he's such a creep.
Yeah.
And I
He
think
is.
but it's a shame though because I liked all the kids. See, this is the thing. I liked all the kid actors because
Yes.
because I thought they were all really really good.
They are in the second one by the looks of
No,
it.
I know, but it's not the same though, is it?
Well, they do have a good cast. Like James McAvoy is brilliant.
I understand
Jessica
he is.
Chastain's brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't remember the others. Bill
Bill
Hader.
Yeah. I don't know anyone else who's acting as anyone else yet.
Either way, I can imagine they'll be very good.
Obviously Henry's not coming back, so
Was he not?
no, he's dead.
What happened to him?
He got chucked in the well.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
The bully?
Yeah.
Only? I
He
didn't
got chucked
know.
in the well by the what did you call him?
The sports kid.
Will? No, it wasn't Will. I'm just thinking of Stranger Things now.
He poked him with this thing, didn't he? You know, like hit him with a stick.
Yeah. He punched.
Is that right?
What?
I do remember him going down the well, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
he hit him with a plank or something. And he
Yeah.
fell in the well. Yeah, but that's when he had that little sheet killer gun.
Yes.
Fires the bolt
Yeah.
in the head.
He
Yeah.
was gonna kill your man.
Awful. I think it's terrible. But no, I think after watching that trailer, like I think the worst part of the film is probably going to be that kitchen scene where she's just like, "Do you?" That's just going to be like, nope. Mm-mm. I just don't like, honestly, old people in horror films just,
Creepy.
I just don't like it at all. But you gonna go and watch it in the cinema?
I don't know. Rachel's no good at them. So we'll have to wait and see.
How am I gonna talk this about then?
I'll watch it. Like, if I have to go and see it on my own, I'll do that. I don't mind.
Come on, man, you have to
You
go
don't
and
talk in the cinema anyway.
not literally in the cinema,
No, but I mean-
afterwards.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter if I go on my own. I just...
Yeah, but as long as
No,
you see it,
okay.
you just said you said you don't know.
Like, Rachel doesn't want to see Detective Pikachu. No interest.
Is she high?
Might be. I don't
That's
know.
unbelievable.
I've asked her a couple of times. She's like, no, I don't really care.
It's one thing I actually think I've even asked Lauren yet.
So she's like, Rachel has no interest. She's like, no, doesn't really look that good. I'm like, right, okay.
Alright, Ryan Reynolds killer.
Yeah, so
Oh my god, no, I definitely want to see that. Like,
gonna have to go see that at some stage.
I might see it over the weekend. Actually, see if she wants to go see it over the weekend. She probably wouldn't.
See, I'm gonna have to ask Rachel again. Third time, hopefully lucky. So.
Well, if she doesn't say yes and Lauren doesn't say yes, then we'll just go on a man date.
That's it sorted.
See if anyone else fancies a threesome or a foursome. Whenever we're watching the film, but I'm certainly gonna watch IT.
Was that your final thought on IT too?
What, the foursome?
Yeah.
Yeah. And his final thought is just going to be absolutely amazing. Like, I just don't think it can't be any.
Follow the same vein, it'll be good.
Yeah, it can't be any better or worse. I think it's just going to be class. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
The way I just think with having Bill as Pennywise, you can't really lose
there. Yeah, you've got a good Bill.
As long as he's in it a lot, then it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough in the first one, but
I just don't know what's going to happen in this one. Is the only thing.
Yeah, again, I've got no book reference. I don't know.
He's really scared him in the first one. Sure, he went away.
Oh, I know that, but I mean, like, I don't know how.
Oh, it ended in the
Yeah, in the books, like how the second adult part.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope it's not like he dies again, and then he doesn't even die. He just does the fear and then falls, and then that's it. And then it's back to the I'm scared of you boys. Sorry. Maybe like they feel I know what's gonna be.
Huh.
They're all gonna return. All like certain kids are gonna go missing again.
Probably.
And then they find him. And he's gonna be like, "Oh God, you're back.
Please don't."
Yeah. And then it'll be something like that. Probably.
But he also shapeshifter, isn't he?
Yeah, right enough.
Maybe he's gonna do that.
Huh. I didn't know he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, it's gonna be
because he was the old woman, so maybe he's gonna
add a certain twist to the.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I probably won't see it opening weekend more than likely with Lauren. I know we can't on holiday.
I'll spoil it for you.
Oh, don't be doing that.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, it's expected on the
spoilers.
6th. It's expected on the 6th. We're gonna go to the 9th, so it's 9th is a Monday, so we could see it the weekend before.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Good. Comes out on a Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
You very easily could.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, but I am looking forward to it. Yourself?
Again, if she doesn't want to go see it, which I will give maybe a 20% chance that she'll go and see that film, then yeah, I'll go see it at some stage, like, yeah, okay. For sure.
Cool. Well, we'll end that one there, folks. I will just keep that as an episode then.
Hi. We done?
Yeah.
Alright, woo!
That's the beginning. We don't do that
wherever I want.
We don't do that at the end. Alright, folks, see you later.
Bye, love you.